So, good afternoon, grade 7. I hope you're doing well there in your respective home, and I hope you are done eating your lunch. So now, may I request to get your Mapeh book? Kindly get your Mapeh book and open it to page 26. There you can find the music of Mindoro. So, we all know that we have different musics in each region. So, basically, Mindoro has also their own music, and that will be tackled today. So, Mindoro is a home to the indigenous people known as the Mangyans. As you can see in the picture, they are the Mangyan people. Even though their number may not be significant in terms of statistics, their influence is very much felt, most especially in the kind of music they contribute to the culture of the province. So, among the many groups of the Mangyans in Mindoro, the Hanunuo Mangyan are the most prominent of them all because of their poetic song called Ambahan. So, these are the Hanunuo Mangyan in Mindoro. So, the Ambahan is a traditional rhythmic poetry written on bamboo tubes. It is composed of 7 syllables in a line that is chanted with undetermined pitch and accompanied by musical instruments. So, excuse me. Oh, traditionally, the bamboo they use not only for constructing houses to build houses, but also to store items and preserve the written ambahan. Bamboo tubes are carved and marked with their script to keep their records and poetry safe. So, in the bamboo tubes they carve, right? Um, the script is called Surat Mangyan. The Mangyan people, it is an ancient script that called Surat Mangyan. It's one of the few indigenous scripts still used in the Philippines today, often carved on the bamboo. So, the ambahan is written to express an idea or feeling in a creative and expressive manner. It can be written to express celebration of one's life. It can also be about courtship, home, marriage, old age, and even death. And next slide, teacher. So since Mangyan are known of their ambahan poetry, right? These are example of ambahan poetry. As you can see, the one that you cannot recognize, these are the script, ancient script of the ambahan. It's called the Surat Mangyan. So this is one of the example of poetry. So this ambahan example is a kind of courting to young people. So it contains symbols such as budding and flowering plants for a lady and other plants like bamboo for a lad. So in the on the left side is the language of the Mangyan people. Okay, let me read it. Kawayan sa marikit, kang kabag-o hinamapit, purok diway dariit, inmuman akhin mapit, ararang ga sinigpit, balul anyi patipit. So I hope you read it. And in English translation, bamboo there at Marigit, when I passed by long ago, sprouts were just appearing then, passing by the other day, with thorns thickly overgrown, ready for a house to build. So that is the example of ambahan poetry. And now, ambahan poetry will not be completed without its musical instrument, because since ambahan poetry is a composed that is chanted with a undetermined pitch and accompanied by musical instruments, right? So now, let me call on Teacher Sophie to discuss the ambahan musical instruments.
Okay, so all right. Thank you, teacher and Mapeh. So right now, students, let's proceed to the musical instrument used in the ambahan. So in the ambahan musical instrument, we have number one, we have git-get. Okay, so git-get is a 3 to 4 string fiddle with a bow that uses a human hair. So git-get gives a unique and rustic tone. When drawn across the strings, the bow produces resonant, earthy sounds that enhance folk and traditional music. So this instrument is values for its depth, emotion expressions in Philippine indigenous performances. So I provide here students some video clips and how you will use GitGet. Okay, so let's watch. Okay, all right. So that's how you will use the GitGet instrument. Okay, right now let's proceed to the second musical instrument. So we have Batio. Okay, so batio is a 40 centimeter bamboo instrument played by striking the end split against the palm. Okay, so when you say batio, it is a bamboo percussion instrument measuring around 40 centimeters in length. So usually it is played by striking the split end against the palm, creating like a lively or rhythmic sounds. So the repetitive beat it is produces and helps set the pace in traditional folk songs and dances. So its simply yet effective designs makes it popular in Filipino music ensemble to focus on rhythm. Okay, so students, right now I have video clips on how you will use batutio instrument. Okay, all right. So that's how you will use the batutio instrument. Okay, so right now let's proceed to the third instrument. So we have kinaban. Okay, when you say kinaban, it is a mouth harp made like out of a slim bamboo. Okay, when you say kinaban, it is a thin strip of bamboo known for its subtle or like melodic tones. To play it, the musician plays it against the mouth and blocks. So it allows the mouth shape to change the pitch and sound. So this instrument is often used in like cultural performances to provide a song harmonic background. So its sounds are expressive and unique. So it evokes a calm and meditative atmosphere. Okay, so let's observe the video clips on how you will use Kinaban. Okay. Alright, so that's how you will use kinaban. Okay, let's proceed to the kudlong. Okay, so when you say kudlong, it is a bamboo zither with parallel strings. So kudlong are carefully stretched across its body. It is plucked to create a soothing, melodic sounds that plays an essential role in folk dance or folk music. The instrument's design allows for a range of notes and tones. It also adds depth to ensemble performances. It also often featured in like solo and group pieces. The kudlong also reflects the artistry of traditional Filipino craftsmanship. Okay, so let's watch the video clips and how you will use kudlong.
Face up, face up.
Okay, all right. So that's how you will use kudlong instrument. So right now, let's proceed with the fifth
Proga, para
instrument. So we
off
have
mic, off cam.
agong. So when you say agong, it is
Ano mo
a
sa ako ah?
bust bronze
Ako may
gong,
una.
right?
Ako
So
yung
when you
opening.
say agong, it is a large bust bronze gong that
Okay.
creates a powerful resonant sound when struck with a malay. So it is often played in traditional ceremonies and is a symbol of like celebration and unity in many Filipino cultures. So the agong's low, booming tone provides the backbone for many indigenous music and rituals. So like this instrument hold cultural significance as its sounds is believed to reach the spiritual realm during important events. Okay, so let's have or watch the video clips and how you will use agong. Okay, all right. So that's how you will use a gong. Okay, right now let's proceed to the sixth instrument. We have lantoy. Okay, when you say lantoy, it is a nose float. Okay, it also crafted from bamboo, played by blowing air through the nostrils to create a soft and gritty tones. Okay, so this instrument is unique float used to perform a simple melodies that carry on expressive and almost hunting quality. It is also a like traditional instrument that connects players to nature through its sounds and instruction. In Filipino folk music, the lantoy is valued for its gentle and peaceful sound. Okay, so let's watch the video clips on how you will use lantoy. right? So that's how you will use or play the lantoy instrument. Always remember, student, lantoy played by blowing air through the nostrils to create soft and pretty tones. All right, so right now let's proceed to the seventh music instrument. So we have babandil. Okay, when you say babandil, it is a small metal gong that is struck by a wooden stick on its side to produce a high frequency sound. Okay, babandil also is a small flat metal gong that is struck on its side with a wooden stick to produce a high ringing tone. Okay, it also serves as a rhythmic marker within an ensemble, providing clear, sharp beats that like cut through other sounds. So when you say babandil, it is a high-pitched sound like is essential for maintaining timing and pace in group performances. Its sound is like immediately recognizable and adds energy to traditional Filipino music. Okay, so let's watch some video clips on how you will use babandil instrument. Alright, so that's how you will use babandil. So lastly, let's proceed to the next musical instrument. We have kalutang. So kalutang is the last instrument, musical instrument of Mindoro. So kalutang is a set of percussion sticks cut from a certain kawatingan tree played by striking against each other to produce a sounds or pitch. Okay, so the sticks are struck against each other. So kalutangan producing a resonant sound that also enhances the rhythm of the performance. It is also played in pairs or the groups because they create a lively percussive effect that complements other instruments. So the kulutang also is like celebrated for its simplicity and its ability to contribute a steady rhythmic foundations and folk music. Okay, so this is how you will use or play the kalutang instrument. Okay, kindly observe, students. Okay, all right, student. So that is the music instruments of Mindoro. Okay, to learn more on our discussion, students, uh, may I call on Teacher Glaza?
All right. So thank you so much, Teacher Sophie, for that very informative discussion. So right now, to continue, as what Teacher Joy and Teacher Sophie said earlier, the indigenous Mangyan people of Mindoro, particularly the Hanuno Mangyans, significantly shaped the province's music through their unique poetic songs called the Ambahan. So So, music plays an important part in events such as courtships, weddings, worship, and rituals to spirits, singing lullabies, and other social occasions in the lives of the tribes in Mindoro. Okay, so right now, aside from their unique musical instruments, the people of Mindoro also have their unique folk songs that depict their daily lives. So here is an example of a folk song from Oriental Mindoro titled Ang Hardinero. So kindly listen carefully, students, so that you can familiarize yourself with the lyrics and the tone on how to sing it.
Salamat sa iyan. Ako, punta sa laksa.
All right, so I hope you try to sing it while listening to the music. So that is the Ang Hardinero, a Filipino folk song from Mindoro. So, what is the message behind the Ang Hardinero? So, Ang Hardinero tells the story of a gardener who works hard to take care of their plants and flowers in the garden. And it also reflects the value of hard work, patience, and dedication in nurturing something to make it grow and flourish. The song also highlights a deep connection between people and nature, showing appreciation for simple, everyday tasks that bring beauty and life to the surroundings. So, to wrap it up, to wrap it up, uh, don't forget or always remember that among the many groups of Mangyans in Mindoro, the Hanunoong Mangyans are the most prominent of them all because of their poetic song called the Ambahan. And the ambahan also is a traditional rhythmic poetry written on the bamboo tubes, and it is composed of 7 syllables in a line that is chanted with undetermined pitch and accompanied by musical instruments. And the last is the musical instruments like git-git, batiw-tiw, kinaban, kudlong, agong, lantoy, babandil, and kalutang are some of the musical instruments from Mindoro. So, I hope you learned something for our discussion today. And let's end this discussion with a quote from Carlos P. Romulo. He said that musical traditions like the ambahan remind us that every line sung and every note played carries the history, struggles, and dreams of the indigenous people. And also, don't forget to answer your short quiz related to our discussion this afternoon, and you can access it on the Google Classroom. Thank you, everyone, and have a productive day.